Hey, good morning, y'all. So this morning I wanted to just talk about choice. I had a dream last night, and without getting into the depth of the dream, um, in the midst of the dream, there was a lady that the man wanted the lady, but she wanted a godly man. She didn't just want any man, she wanted a man of God. And this man in the dream, I was driving her and she put him on speaker, and I wish that I could have wrote down what I spoke because it was so perfect what I spoke in the dream. It was about choice and choosing and running your race. There's a lot of women that are having to take over the household because the men are not stepping up. The men are just not being the man that God chose them to be. They're not praying over their families. You are to be the provider and the protector, to provide and protect over your family. Now, to provide is a lot of different things. To provide comfort, protection, love, safety, prayer. You're the head person that is to go to God on behalf of your family. And they say that not when a woman, but when a man comes to Christ, he will save his whole household. A mother can pray with her children and be there for her children and so forth all the time. But when a man steps up to the plate, that is what makes the big difference. That's the key to it all, is men. So in this dream, I told him, I said, she wants a godly man. You need to choose, either step up or step out, one or the other. And not only that, but you got to choose to run your race. Are you aloof? Are you actually running the race for the Lord? Are you asking God to qualify you? He says he qualifies. He doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. So when you make that choice to step in and to be the man that God has chosen you to be, to lead nations, to lead households, men need to be leading men. So many times we see men segregate themselves, or they are only in cahoots with the family or the bride that they've chosen, but they don't have friends. Men need men. Men need men. They need men to hold them accountable. They need men to lift them up in their hour of despair. They need men to talk with. Women and men are not created the same. Our brains are not even closely wired the same. Once you study that and you understand that, there's the book out that's Women Are Like Spaghetti and Men Are Like Waffles. They're compartmental. God created men where they can sit and not think. They can sit and have no thoughts. Water in my ear, I apologize. They can sit and not have a single thought. And us women can't do that. We are constantly nurturers, but God created our roles differently. The role of the man is to go forward. He is to protect and provide for the family. That's his role. A woman is created with nurturing. She is over the children. She is to, and if you go back to the Hebrew wedding where the man walks straight ahead and the woman circles the man 7 times, she is looking out and she's warning him of danger coming. She's warning him of danger coming into the house. So when you put the family unit back where it goes in the perfect form, it's amazing. God created us for purposes and for reasons, but it's a choice. And women right now are looking for godly men. They're not looking for a man that claims to be a godly person and fakes it. They're looking for men that really want to lead their household. And they want to feel protected and loved under the arm of their husband. They want to know that he's got this. They want a man that's in the Word, that is studying to show himself approved. A man that goes to the Lord in prayer for his household, that comes back with an answer. A man that is in, righteous relationship with God. That's what women are looking for today. And these are going to be becoming rarer and rarer as we go about, especially with AI coming up. There's said to be in these days, in the last days, that our youth in their 20s most of them will be single. They won't find mates, and that's not what God is wanting, because there's power in two or more. So when two or more people come together, when they come in prayer, God says where there's two or more, He agrees with them. So when you come into agreement for your household, praying over your children, praying over your land, your jobs, your finances, all of these things, He comes into agreement with you. When you stand in faith, He comes into agreement with that. That's why there's so much power in a couple, in a marriage couple. God blesses that marriage covenant. He wants that. And that's 2 against 1. 2 against 1 for Satan, right? It's a choice. Will you choose God today? Will you choose God? And I'm calling all godly men to step up into the fold for the Lord. It is time. It is time that you step up with boldness and you seek God with all your heart. Come into praying. Daniel prayed 3 times a day. He got on his knees and prayed and sought the Lord 3 times a day. Last night I was awoken at 138. And in the Strong's, 138 means to choose. To choose. Isn't that amazing? It means to choose. And in my dream, I was telling this man to choose God. Pick. Become the man of God that you're called to be. Or let somebody else do it. Or let somebody else do it. It's vital. And the other thing that I have to say is, are you telling your children about God? Or are you just studying for yourself? Because that's the other thing that the Lord brought to me. There's so many people out there that they're not telling their children about Jesus. Do you know that you will be held accountable for not sharing the gospel or the word, the good news with your children? For not bringing them up and letting them know, for not teaching them how to pray, for not teaching them how to be kind, for not teaching them the commandments, the Sabbath, all of these things, you will be held accountable for that. And then their destination, where they end up, because you didn't, who's to blame but the parents? He says, raise your children up in a way that they should go. Let you be the example. Are you having prayer in your home? Are you praying with them before they go to bed? Are you teaching them to call out on God when they're having a problem? Are you telling them what it is? There's so many youth right now that can't hear the voice of the Lord. They don't even know how. They don't know how to hear Him. Nobody's taught them what it sounds like. Nobody's taught them that in order to hear the voice of the Lord, you have to be in the Word, filling yourself, because that's how He speaks, with His Word. He bubbles up words to show you in your hour of need what is going on. I pray that this helps you today. And I pray that you go forth and that you lean not on your own understanding, but on every word that proceeds out of the word of the Lord, which is the Lord. For in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and He came down in the flesh and dwelt among us. And He came to teach us that the law was not burdensome or hard, but easy to do. And that if He could do it, we could do it too. He was a true leader. He led us. I pray that this word helps you today, and I pray that you'll leave a comment to let me know that you choose God today. Can you say, I choose God today? And then go forth and make that difference while you can make the difference. And I say this in Yeshua's precious name. Bye-bye.